to the flag of the States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Gracious and almighty God, we thank you that we can all gather this day and be surrounded by your blessings, giving thanks for the food and for the staff that have prepared this for us. We thank you for the work that we do as Civitans and for the work that our guests do in their lives to enhance the world around them. We just ask you to bless this time, bless our speakers, and give us the strength to go out and serve in your world for those, so many who are in need. I pray this in your holy name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
I would like to introduce our guests. Tommy or Scott, do you want to introduce the guests?
Oh, sure.
And
I'll give a little bit of a history. It won't take long. But I was just thinking about 35 years ago, I met this young lady's father. He and I were serving as chaplains up at Mary Rutan Hospital in Bellefontaine, Ohio. And he was sharing with us at that particular time about adopting some children who had some developmental diversity needs. And I always admired that. And then I moved on and went down to the Springfield area for a while in ministry. And when this young lady was entering 4th grade, I met her mother and we were married. These two did some cookie baking for what's called a Kairos prison ministry when they were, about 12. And then they got reacquainted again in college at Heidelberg. So it's my pleasure to introduce two individuals from Downsize Farm and also the Spotted Cow, which is a cafe in Urbana, Ohio. This is Bobby McGee, and her dad is the founder of the Downsize Farm, and now she's heading up the organization. And Carly has been working many years with people with neurodiversity issues, helping them in so many aspects of their lives. Previously, she was at Columbus Recreation Unlimited while she was in college. And now she serves as a navigator with the clients there at Downsize. So it's my pleasure to introduce them both.
I'd like to introduce Jen. And she is someone I met yesterday over at Sinclair regarding
Just yesterday?
yes,
At the President's Club.
at the President's Club. We're moving, the President's Club is moving everything over to Sinclair. All the plaques, over 50 plaques of people who are honored since the 70s. And she was there. She's going to tell us a little bit about what you do. Go ahead.
Well, I am, I'm an intern with the facilities and management. I'm doing architectural and design for the college. And so we're in charge of creating the wall that the plaques are going to be on. And I organize remodeling of offices and classrooms, and just, we take care of the whole college. It's a really huge place, so they need specific people to do that.
And she's also an artist. So, okay, we'll introduce now the program.
Well, we're ready to start.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Thank you, Pat, representative from Downsize Farm here.
And if you go too long, your ice cream will be gone when you get back.
I can help with that if needed.
There's ice cream?
I got the dessert on.
There we go.
Welcome to Downsize Farm. Our mission is to enrich the quality of life of each program participant.
Through a personalized yet structured schedule. Basically, we work with people that have various disabilities. We take care of the disability and help them achieve their goals.
Caring for disabled individuals.
Yeah. Shut the Wi-Fi.
Whether it's personal care, feeding, we go on lots of outings, I drive a bus, so I pick up individuals from their homes and bring them to Downsize Farm or the job center to get started for their day.
Come in, we walk buses, we have a morning meeting where we read a data development at a scripture base, and then we have a break from there and start a meeting. We be very concerned about the community and the one and the job.
By the time we get here in the morning, we have breakfast foods for ready, of coffee and hot chocolate. And then we start our daily routine, so we get them loaded on buses to go to their venues or to just stay here at the farm. But it is mostly always a pretty busy day.
Well, everyone here is very supportive, we all get along well.
I have a brother with disabilities growing up, and I kind of gave me a heart for the disabled population. I've been doing this for about 20 years, not here specifically, but about 20 years. And I've been outside for probably about 6 months. I'm here, and this world has made my life better.
There's a microphone.
Can you hear me?
We can.
Today. So I just wanted to show that video because I think that it does a really good job of highlighting kind of the culture and heart of what we do. Downsize Farm was founded in 2006, and as Scott shared, my father, both my parents were the founders of the organization. I have a younger brother with Down syndrome. He's 31, and also another brother who was adopted with Downs as well. And my parents essentially decided, when my brothers were 4 or 5, they thought, what are these guys gonna do when they're older? At the time, most counties, you may have noticed, had what were called sheltered workshops, where every county would have within their county board a workshop where adults with disabilities would attend. And in 2006, the state of Ohio opened those up to be privatized. And so then they started opening what are called adult day programs, which I think some of the pamphlets that were passed around, the one with the rubber duck URS would be a program similar to what we do. So my dad, who was a dairy farmer for a number of years in Wisconsin, then a pastor for a couple of years after, or decades, I should say, after that, just kind of took his heart in ministry and wanted to put it into something new, and that was how Downsize Farm was created. And the idea of going with the 4-H concept of working together for good, of doing different projects with your hands. That was kind of what he wanted for adults with disabilities, rather than being stuck in the sheltered workshop doing jobs, meals, or whatever. So Downsize Farm was started in 2006. It is a day program. Over time, we've added the vocational center, which is also connected with the Spotted Cow Coffee House, which is a separate entity. Spotted Cow does employ some of the individuals with disabilities. It also, our clients from our vocational program make cookies that are then sold to the Spotted Cow for a profit share.
The idea with the coffee shop was almost to create like a reverse integration where you have community members who come buy coffee, but also interact with people with disabilities who are learning job skills and then hopefully able to learn enough skills where then we can support them in going out and getting their own community jobs. So I mentioned earlier, my brother Levi, who the program was started for, he started in the day program, then went into vocational services. And he only attends 3 days a week. The other 2 days, he's working at Rural King, pulling shirts, for, just that's his job, which he texted about it. And then another aspect of what we do is, residential services. So, supporting individuals in their home. We do one service called Ohio Shared Living, which used to be called adult foster care, which is probably the best way to describe it. It's where an individual with a disability could live in your home and essentially become part of your family, and you can support them and help them have that family atmosphere. And then we also are familiar with group homes. We do have a few houses that we're serving in that capacity as well. All of those cases, we kind of go back on that culture of the family business, family atmosphere of just trying to treat each individual who we work with as if they're part of the family. And so that's basically the mission behind everything we're doing at Downsize Farm. I don't know if there's any additional questions or anything like that, or.
How many clients do you
Among all of the services, we have 70 clients.
And these are the 5 counties?
Yes, yeah, we're in Champaign, Clark, Madison, Union, and Wood.
How do you advertise what you do, get more interest and involvement?
Yeah, so we honestly we've had quite a long waiting list for clients that do want to attend our program, more so for word of mouth. We have a quarterly planning session that we just did this past week, and marketing always seems to be one of our points that we're not super strong at. But it does seem just like the culture and the positive atmosphere, the word of mouth does seem to travel well for us, as far as reaching clients. I think one of our bigger struggles is probably advertisement to bring in more staff in. So
Okay, how many can you handle? What's the maximum?
for clientele,
Yeah.
that's a great question too. So our day program as it stands, we're actually depending on, I don't know, just how, kind of seeing how things are going with policies and with politics right now, but potentially looking at creating a third facility in which we would look at kind of expanding. So right now we have the vocational program that is at the Spotted Cow, which hosts about 15 to 20 individuals. And then at Downsize Farm, we have about 20 individuals that are there as well. So we would like to look at doing a third facility for around 20. So,
Do you get funding from the government?
yeah, so almost everything we do is funded through Medicaid. We do have a few services that were either clients who private pay to attend, or we do on our buses, you can purchase advertisements that you can go on the buses, but we have very minimal revenue coming in that's not government funded.
And how many staff? do you have?
Between full and part-time, 37.
Well, I can see a lot of funds to FDICC, right? Because,
Oh, okay.
we're gonna talk about that. Shortly. I don't know if you're talking about what Civitan is doing.
Yeah, Scott mentioned a little bit.
Maybe we could do. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So we have a part of the organization will like match funds up to a X amount where a local club can go ahead and say, you know, if you have a particular project that you need
No,
funded.
no. Referring to new enrollees.
Hmm?
New members.
Oh, new member. Oh, of course, yes.
Sure.
Oh, sure.
You know, $500.
Yeah, there's for new members, they'll give like $500 to like the charity of choice. So we can do a lot with that as well.
That's what I was trying to.
Okay, I got you.
As you can see, we're probably about 20, but a lot of people never show up, but they pay their dues. So you could be, we have one in Florida. Every quarter sends us a check. So, and we Zoom, so you can join us through Zoom when we do our programs. It's just, we're gonna get into that in our business section. Any other questions? Any other-
I did have a couple of questions. From your standpoint, do you do any grants, or do you apply for any grants?
We have not regularly applied for grants. It just, we financially need things, you know, function and haven't put effort towards hiring somebody specifically look closely at them. We are a for-profit, though folks probably don't resemble that as much, but, the business was essentially written as an inheritance to my younger brothers and I, and so because of that, we can't be a nonprofit because if the nonprofit dissolves, it must be passed on to another nonprofit.
But
So-
you could have a nonprofit set up like a foundation.
You just have a foundation up.
Why don't we, why don't you consider that?
We've looked into it a little bit,
Then people could donate and then they could write it off and they could
sure.
put the money to your use.
So that's kind of why we went with the bus sponsorships instead, because then you can do an advertisement and sometimes a sponsorship on is actually a better tax write-off than doing a donation to a nonprofit. So you could put like your logo on one of our buses that would then be.
But not everybody has a business.
Sure, that's true.
I'd be happy to help you.
Sure.
How big do you want to be? Or how, like, what is your vision from the standpoint of how big you kind of want to get?
That's a really good question too. So our mission statement is to be a path and a partner of health and of hope to live purposeful and productive lives. And I've always just kind of said, whatever avenue God wants that to go, that's where it will go. So, if he wants it to be bigger, like, so be it. If he wants us to stay where we're at, we'll do that too. I'm very much a person of, if the opportunity arises and we have the ability to do it, then let's do it. So, but as far as, you know, end game, I think we're always just looking at, are we filling the needs of our community? With our wait list today, I think we are looking at, you know, expansion would be good because there is still a continual need in our community. And so growth is certainly on the table. But I've always said to our team as well that stability comes first, then growth. Just because we've been in positions before where, you know, you try to grow and you do it too quick and it doesn't work out. So, yeah. It's kind of a long-winded answer that didn't really answer your question.
No, it did. It did. I appreciate
I'm
it.
impressed.
Any questions?
Get cards.
You know, as we were walking in the door, I literally, I just looked at Carl and I said, man, this would have been a great opportunity to bring my business cards and I did not bring any, but I am more than happy to share.
We'll get you all the information.
I'll give you a card of mine and you can send me.
Do you have a flyer? I'll
So
put it on here.
this is our website where that, I pulled that video from.
Okay. I've been on.
It is listed there on your paper. I do think that it says .org on there and the website is .com on your meeting minutes there. But there is that video if you desire to watch it again. We also have a contact us page on there. All of those contacts come straight to me, then I forward them on based on whatever it is, but it will come straight to me. There is also a schedule a tour button. So most of the time that would be for individuals who might be interested in joining our services, but you folks are more than welcome to come and take a tour if you want to do that as well.
Excellent. Please keep us, let us know when your next tour is. Because I think we'd all be very interested.
Might even do it.
Sometime in the future, I'd like to do a pancake breakfast at their spotted cow, like you do it like these.
That would be great.
We could get the Urbana community to show up and
I'm great with pancakes.
Huh?
I'm great with pancakes.
Are you?
I was actually banned from McDonald's because I refused to make my pancakes small. I made them too big and they wouldn't fit in the container. So I was frequently criticized about that, but I stayed firm.
Mention that too. when you do, okay, now it's.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Got the agenda.
So
I got all of the points. I need it.
we'll go through the rest of the agenda. So we just have some club business. Again, we have the slate of club officers to vote on. And just so everyone is aware of that, we're just gonna ask for a vote on that. So we have right now, the slate is, Tony will be president. I am set to be president-elect. Al Harmon will be treasurer, and Reverend Scott Griswold will be secretary. Again, can I have a motion to approve that?
I make a motion, we approve that.
Okay, can I have a second?
Second.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
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 Secretary.
Aye.
Okay, we're gonna say that passes.
Let's say,
We need to set up a date for when we want to finish the blankets for the foster special needs. So from your standpoint, when does everyone's calendar look like the rest of the month?
Well, it
Or-
doesn't have to be this month. It could be in September.
Wow, it's gonna be in September. What about the first meeting in August?
August?
Okay, we have a good program in August too.
Let's be, August, me and Tony gonna be at Civitan convention.
But yeah, we need to change the date of the meeting in August.
Okay. Then let's set it up for, let's do the same thing. We'll just do it on the second week.
Our meeting will be the second week.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm gonna,
13th, how's this
Propose.
13th look? for everybody? The reason is Ella and I are gonna be at the Civitan convention. Hannah, and we'd like to be here.
so again, we'll see if we can finish the blankets on August 13th. And we also wanted to pick a location for the next social event, which again, right now is slated for the 24th of July. Which again, I think is that's a Sunday, no, that's a Thursday. What is the 24th of July?
24th of July.
And where would that be held?
Well, that's good, we haven't decided it yet.
I won't be here for 24th of July, but don't, maybe in.
What was that one place we went to that was like the wine tasting? You remember that place that was like, it was an outdoor, like restaurant? I can't think if it was, if that was something Brian had set up.
Where?
It was,
Dayton area?
it was in the Dayton area, but it was like south of town, I think. It was, it
Oh,
was like the wine place.
that
but-
was on Wilmington Pike. Why don't we do something like it's Dayton Pub, the pub?
Yeah, we can do that. I've been there. I mean, it's good to do that. And we also,
Downtown Dayton, pub.
That's fine. I like to.
how many do we have to get initiated? Because we could also turn that into initiation night.
I don't know.
We have any other besides staff?
Either one, I got it marked out, just let me know.
That's fine. I mean, we'll get you drunk and put a pin on you. We'll be good. Okay.
So
So,
the 24th will be wine tasting.
well, it's at the pub, so.
Pub.
I won't be there on the 24th, but
Unacceptable, where will you be?
Utah.
Dublin
You can
Pub.
zoom me in.
Dublin Pub.
Dublin Pub.
I love Dublin Pub too.
Okay, on the 8th, let's see. On the. we have a program on the, 6th of August. Peter Beckendorf has a group that are going to present on medical debt relief. They've collected enough money that people who can't pay their medical bills from the hospitals, they negotiate and they get about half of it and they pay it off.
And who's doing this?
It's medical debt relief by Peter Beckendorf. He's been here.
And where's that going to be?
Here, August 8th. August 6th.
Can we just say that we're gonna have the first meeting in August because you guys weren't gonna be here?
We're gonna, yeah, that's right. It's gonna be, I gotta change that date.
So our 13th meeting. will-
Yeah, he already knows.
Yes, okay.
13th. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, you're welcome. So I got that in here. Okay, what else now?
Well, now essentially, that's the list for the calendar events, but we also have the fundraisers coming up. We have the Quackers event, which is gonna be Elks Lodge on Old Troy Pike. That is August 21st. So let Tony and I know if you can volunteer. I will be there for that. So I'll be volunteering. And of course, we also are still doing wreaths across America. Again, I don't know, have you guys heard about this promotion? This is actually kind of cool. This is
It's wonderful.
yeah, it's called Wreaths Across America, where you can get basically paper wreaths we put on a soldier's grave, and you can do it at almost any military cemetery in the country.
Yep.
We specifically also do the ones most likely for the ones here in Dayton. But again, if you have.
But I did one with my dad up in Cleveland area.
Correct.
I had that make you feel.
That was wonderful. It was my sister and brother-in-law's Christmas gift. I made it as a Christmas gift and they got a notice from them.
I'm gonna do that for my brother-in-law who passed away last August.
And you can-
They'll do it,
yeah, they'll do it as a gift.
Okay.
I mean, that's a better gift than anything else you could give somebody.
And we're also looking at an Applebee's pancake breakfast for October 11th.
We need volunteers for that. We get $5 for every pancake sold. They get $5.
Smaller than
Yeah, well, I'll have to.
We need
try.
to get volunteers. We need at least a minimum of 12 volunteers. So you gotta start.
We'll start working on it.
Yeah.
We might be able to like get some of like, work with, Luigi, maybe get some of his kids to volunteer.
Yeah. Start now. We finish today.
I'll give him a call.
Because, you know, we're gonna donate to, build
Right, it all
this
goes
and
back to
that, yeah. And, taking all these notes,
We'll work on that.
this is gonna do
We're
it.
740. Where is that?
7:41.
Yeah. Is that
We go to
right?
Dayton Falls.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, 7:41 goes.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
I know
pretty well.
what it is.
Okay.
slow. And so for people who are, it's like when you're in a really low stress.
Where's Al?
Right, yeah. And my first group is all the residents right there.
Fundraiser is the Civitan DDIC Foundation is using the 501c3 for accepting donations for fundraising for $2,000. So again, this is where we identify a project.
No. We need to get Al to talk to us right now. Where's it?
He just took the call. So. And
What else is there? We're waiting.
yeah, and then of course we have the $500 that are donated to, again, to nonprofits that serve IDD for every new member. Hey, Margaret,
Hey,
how are you?
we
Just
had a
got through
really
the
good
board meeting.
program.
Huh?
Hey, we had a really good program,
Sorry about that.
but I taped it. Margaret,
Yes.
Jen
Hi. Hey, Margaret.
Perkins, Jen Perkins. I met her yesterday at the president's meeting with Sinclair,
Uh-huh.
where we're gonna put a room with all the,
Class.
yeah, plaques.
Awesome.
She's designing it all.
Oh, and remember what Rob said about the computer, the touchscreen?
Yeah.
And you guys have been sending money, and we watched it today, or we went on there and looked, we plugged it in, it's not there. It stops at Big Davis, and that's it.
It's paid for too.
Yeah, so.
And,
Here's something about us.
Okay.
You got yours in the mail,
okay,
email.
and this,
Okay.
And this one.
this is Carly, his daughter, and Bobby. She runs the farm program for IDD people. It's a really good program.
Well, we actually do evening events here as well, if you'd like to, think about doing different programs. We do have, we're working with especially autistic. Some of our members have autistic children or grandchildren and stuff, so that they may not be having a low IQ challenge in learning, but you can keep that if you want. And all I want to say, if you want to know about history, I'd like to just say on the 24th of this month from 5:30 to 7, we're having our member that's really the historian that runs the website. It's called History of Daytonians. And he's going to be talking about what this area looked like in World War II and the different companies that were here. And he's going to have artifacts. So in case you like history stuff and
It's
And-
this.
at the 24th of July, right
We
here.
could always do our social media.
Margaret, I think she was in Texas.
They did some interesting
Well,
things that, so we have, my
let's
husband
look
and I
at
with our studio at
information
Liberty
that
Tower.
comes out.
Oh.
And they did a lot of interesting things during World War II.
What day is that?
The day of the social.
One of the things.
So we're moving
looking at-
the meeting,
The 13th.
the 13th, I need to do that.
Okay, here's the deal. Tell us, tell us about the social, since Elle's here, because we decided to do the social at the Dublin Pub on the same day. So maybe we could do the social, Civitan social here.
Oh,
Does
on
that
the
make sense?
24th?
Is it 24th, same day?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What day is that?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah. Is there a cost?
Well, that's where the program, it's $15, but if you want to meet somewhere else, that will be available and that will have food available, the people sometimes like box lunches at night.
Oh, you'll have box lunches here?
Yeah, so the box lunch system will be available, so you just go online and everything and do it that way. We always provide like a drink station and like snacks for the $15. It's not food, but it's but for real food and stuff, they do have box lunches.
What's the program we're talking about on the 24th?
Andrew Hirschner, who runs the website, History of Dayton, or the historian, something, a History of Daytonians, I guess is the name of it. And he has all of his pictures and he's really a delightful speaker. We'll be speaking about what did Dayton look like back during World War II? And what were some of the businesses and what did they do and everything? And he's bringing that whole wall over there is going to be just full of artifacts and stuff that you can take a look at and everything else. So that would be.
Is that in the newsletter?
Now, yeah, but
Okay, because
our newsletter editor ended up in the emergency room not once, but twice.
Kim,
Yeah, so she's on her way now to Texas, to take care of a father-in-law that had passed away, and they're doing their celebration of life event this weekend. So she's on the road.
well, I'll put it in.
Going to Texas, serve one in Texas.
I mean, I'm fine. We can do that.
Okay, we
That'd be
can
kind of
do
a cool
that.
program. We're just, we'll sneak it on booze, but that's fine.
And then also, we're going to be working, in case if you have any women interested in fashion, but there is a fashion designer here in Dayton, and she's going to be here on August the 9th. And putting on a big bash, and so we're funding giving her the house while she does that. We'll still have the drinks and stuff like that hopefully we'll break even, but the thing is to bring in new ideas and everything. And we also have an artist that we'd like to perhaps maybe do some showings here in the house that we can do and coordinate with. So we're looking to try to bring back the art club that we had going for 45 years here.
Artist.
They matured out.
So we're looking for doing different programs here that, people can do, after work, not during the daytime. So that way we can go both
You need
directions, and we're doing weekends.
Instructors.
And this coming Saturday, we're having a classical guitarist performing at the high tea, and they're doing a high tea once a month. And we already have 41 people signed up for that.
Oh, wow. That's great.
So all I can
Who's
say,
the artist who?
her first name's Lori. I gave the card,
Oh, Lori Daughtery.
and she lives in Oakwood and she does sculpting.
Oh, nope, different Lori.
And so anyway, she's gonna be coming over to lunch, but we have that wall available, and that's where our art club used to hang their paintings, and that they would put like a little price on it if they wanted to sell them. So we sort of miss having that tradition and everything of sharing art, so we want to bring that back. And
Dan has so much art he wants to sell. Put it on the wall here.
Don't look over here.
Yeah. We need to have, Elle, when Margaret's done, we need to have you talk about, the grants and everything and, so everybody understands.
Oh, here it is, not working great.
Well, I'm gonna record it and you'll have the information.
Good.
Margaret, whenever you're done.
so anyway, that's some of the things that we're putting on, so and for the kids, we're bringing back the doll tea, but as we did last year, we did it, we're gonna do it twice for the women's club, and then the Nutcracker Suite people that have that, they are going to be also sandwiched in between our two times. So we're gonna be like the first Saturday of December, the Nutcrackers the second Saturday, and the third Saturday is back to us. And sometimes we actually have 4 generations of people bringing in their dolls. It was sort of good, sort of fun.
What you missed was, we elected officers and we elected you as
President.
president.
Congratulations. You're president
Oh,
elect.
well, sorry, can't do it. I'm actually gonna be moving out of state
I'm
probably
only
in a year.
kidding.
That's what I'm trying to pass this on. I still will be funding anybody that I'm members of and everything, but I'm going to be probably from afar.
What state are you planning to land in?
Texas.
Texas.
Well, my health is still good. I really want to go down to where I stay during the winter time in a mobile home. And it's now the Rio Grande River is 3 miles away from where I reside. But it can, but there's dams and everything and that usually limit that. But it did have a flood and took out some businesses along the river, but I'm not that close, so.
Yeah.
So-
Flooding in Texas is not really a happy subject, as of late.
Yeah, well, I actually, San Antonio, all I can say is where, the Army, base is there, those dry washes. Boy, if it looks like it's gonna rain, you stay away from those things, because those things are like tsunamis coming through there, and I mean, it's like 10-foot, 15-foot wall of water, in a heartbeat, wash you right off the road, so. I
Okay.
really pray for all of that. I heard today before coming in, that they increased the number of missing people count to
Over
161.
We need to have you do this because I gotta go soon.
Oh, talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on the board for the Foundation for Children with Developmental Disabilities, so FCIDD. And one of the things that we do is when new Civitan clubs when clubs have new members, that member can pick a 501c3 to donate $500 to. And we do it as a grant. The other thing is we will also give a club $2,500 if they submit for a grant that they can use to donate. And so we have quite a few things. One of the things, and our club did this when we first became a member, is if there's a 501c3, and these organizations have to be organizations that deal with IDD, they have to be a 501c3. We can do grants where we participate and help, go 50-50. We have to submit the grant through the club. And like for URS, we were able to get them $17,000 grant. for some playground equipment. I've seen grants for buses. I've seen grants for all kinds of different things. It just has to come through a local Civitan club. We had a grant come through, a request came through a club in some organization in New Jersey, because we only cover the area, which is the Chesapeake, our Region 4 district. And there's no club in New Jersey. So we were trying to figure out, club sponsor them, or we've had them from outside of our district too. They're part of our region, but there's no club in the region, in that area. So everything comes through the clubs, and all members of the FCIDD are on Civitan Club. We're all in Civitan clubs. So that would be something that you can go look at the website, which is fcidd.org. That's the website, where you can reach out and talk to me about it. I can help.
I have one question, Al. What could our club qualify?
Well, when we get new members, we can submit that member for the $500 grant, and then we would just have to submit a grant request for the $2,500.
Aren't there grants for clubs like $2,000?
$2,500, yeah.
2,500 and it goes into our club or what? Or could it go to our nonprofit?
I believe it can go to it goes either to the club or to the nonprofit, but we will give a one-time donation to the club for $2,500. And for each new member you get, that member can dedicate where they want that $500 to go to.
But it has to be a 501c3.
It has to be a 501c3, and it has to be an organization that deals with developmental disabilities.
Okay.
But we are trying to give away 6% a year of our funds.
Well, I
And we
actually
have $30-something million, and so we're trying to give away a lot of money.
well, I actually have one of our members, that's at Andrew Hirschner.
Mhm.
He actually worked until he, lived, I guess, all different ages of this, and so he was gonna come today, so I was thinking if he really likes you guys, he could become our new member, but he also, that's his background, was working in this, and he took care of his dad. Well, his dad is now passed on, so now he needs to get back in the workforce again. So it's sort of maybe a win-win situation of knowing this.
I think he came to a meeting one time. Didn't
I don't know, he's a lot of gentlemen on the hook. But he's in his early, late 20s, early 30s.
he? No, that's no.
So anyway,
Other than I'm always a history guy. But we came to a meeting one time. It was fun.
All right, thank you.
But yes, there's lots of opportunity out there for different things.
All right.
let's see.
Hey. I just stopped it.
Oh, good. Where's your stuff, Margaret? I was trying to put this.
Oh,
this
you
is
know what I
want-
need?
Hmm?
I need to borrow the President's Club projector
Oh, okay, sure. It's right in
because
there.
I'm gonna go to Pittsburgh and do President.
Taking it on the road.
That one I can't even lift.
Yeah, that thing's
That's
bouncing.
right. In case you were doing stuff for children, I listened to a speaker last night, and she used to be with Cox Media. That's me. But she actually, they have a well-founded grant, and they are going to be helping mentor children to get through high school. And they they go into the schools with their counselors and stuff to make them stories of success. And they really look for kids that would be like first time from the family ever going on to college type of a thing.
Okay.
And they can actually help the children get different
Yeah, just from
monies and stuff like that available. They help them with their grants and stuff that they need. That they also help with food assistance. They got a big grant, the guy named Connor, the one that went up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that really is underpinned, just in Talbot Towers. So anyway, Emily did a really good job, and I thought maybe that would be, something else you would be interested in. They're just in their first year, and they had 400 applications.
Wow.
And so they've been in existence for the full school year, and they have 170, and they're going up higher. And so, and they will stay with those kids until, you know, they check up on them even when they're in college, saying, are you okay? Or do you need something? How are things going? You know, so that they help run their parents to be that advocate that you would want them to be. So I just thought, Tony, I was just like, you always do so many things for us, but she was really good.
Yeah, so it should be good for here.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And,
We're
she-
doing-
as they say, she's just on top of the tower.
That was in our.
August, we have, Peter Bettendorf, you know. He's gonna talk about, the program to help people who get charged in hospitals and don't have the money to cover it, that they're doing now.
So is your meeting gonna be the 1st of August, first week? of
No,
August?
it's gonna be the second,
The second week of August?
yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Are you close?
Well, we're close to the public, it's still open for that.
Okay, the reason
I
is,
put you on the calendar already at the first week of August.
the reason is Dell and I are gonna be gone the first week of the Civitan convention.
Ooh, the big Civitan convention.
Woo-hoo.
That's gonna be fun. No,
Anna,
It was good, I'm really glad to see the program.
that way I won't come 2 weeks like I did last week.
make up for it.